Welcome to FRCMedia News for Thursday, May 13th, 2021. I'm Keith Tebow. The fate of former Fall River Mayor Jasiel Correia is now in the hands of the jury in his federal trial. Mayor Paul Coogan releases his FY 2022 budget. The trend of businesses failing to fill open jobs during the pandemic recovery is felt here on the South Coast, and Fall River's replica Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall is set for its dedication on Saturday. All that and more coming up. The jury has completed its third full day of deliberations with no verdict in the federal trial of former Fall River Mayor Jasiel Correia. Correa is facing 24 charges of wire and tax fraud in relation to his Snow Owl app company, extortion and conspiracy in the issuance of non-opposition letters for local recreational marijuana vendors, and bribery in seeking half the salary of his former chief of staff, Genevieve Andrade. Closing arguments were held on Monday. Assistant U.S. Attorney Zachary Hafer used his time to methodically review the evidence and accusing the former mayor of, quote, lying, cheating, stealing, and shakedowns. Local attorney and prosecutor Kurt Hayes says that tactic was effective.
Zachary Hafer has been chief of the criminal division now for about 3 years. He's been a U.S. attorney for 13 years. And so this is not the type of case that he's unaccustomed to handling. So I think that him being very methodical, going through the documents carefully, and then refreshing the jurors' memories as to what those were in the closing arguments is really an important step, so that you're bringing them back into the evidence and showing them how it all ties in to prove the necessary elements to establish the case that they've brought against Mayor Correa. So I'm not surprised by that, and Zach Hafer is a very seasoned, experienced attorney who knows how to present these types of matters.
Defense attorney Kevin Reddington downplayed the charges during his closing arguments, trying to cast doubt in the minds of the jury. Attorney Steve Saber says Reddington used the testimony and evidence in the case to create an alternate narrative.
One of the things he wanted to do, I think, with regard to the Snow Owl part of the case, was to say, well, you know, what you saw here maybe is not something you would have done. And maybe it's not, doesn't make a lot of sense necessarily, but it wasn't criminal. Because in the Snow Owl part of the case, it's really all about intent to defraud. And on the other side of it, his approach was, and which you would try to, any defense attorney would try to do, is to focus on credibility or the lack of credibility of the government's witnesses. Mm-hmm. And how do you do that? Well, you look for inconsistent statements, which is part of what he did, pointing out, for example, that prior statements to the grand jury were X versus what the witness testified during the trial was different. You point out, of course, that a number of these witnesses had some type of plea agreement. Typically, that's what you do in a criminal case on the defense side is credibility, because if you can get the jurors to doubt the believability, the credibility of the testimony, then you're going a long way to show reasonable doubt.
Former Mayor Paul Coogan has released his proposed FY 2022 budget. The spending plan is projected at $349 million. The budget calls for a real estate tax increase of the maximum of 2.5%. The city is not planning to collect additional tax money as part of the debt exclusion approved by voters to construct the new BMC Durfee High School. There are also no plans to assess any additional fees to pay for trash and recycling collection.
The 2.5% raise is pretty standard. The reason we moved the Durfee debt exclusion up, Mary and I talked about this, was the additional savings we were going to get long-term, like almost similar, like taking a mortgage and reducing the years on it overall. So we're trying to do some creative things to save the city money long-term, and again, be conservative. There are going to be some increases. There are some things we are still looking to do with the American Rescue Act money to give some people either rate relief or maybe even some tax relief. But again, that guidance came out 2 days ago, so the bill passed March 6th, but they didn't give us the guidance till Wednesday this week. So Tuesday afternoon. So we're trying to figure it out.
The budget plans to reinstate vacant positions from FY 2020 that were not funded in the current FY 2021 spending plan. The mayor is also committed to restoring the ranks of public safety personnel to a complement of 235 police officers and 195 firefighters. The budget funds public schools at a level that meets 100% of net school spending mandated by the state. The budget is now before the City Council, and the Council will have until July 1st to make any cuts and to approve the spending plan. The CDC announced this week that those 12 and older can soon begin receiving the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. Meanwhile, distribution in Fall River continues to grow. 40% or 35,423 city residents have received at least one dose of the vaccine, with 28% or 24,833 residents fully vaccinated. An update on the vaccination state in Fall River is expected later on Thursday. You can get the latest on our webpage, frmedia.org/COVID vaccine. If you're looking to get the vaccine, the easiest way to do so is to find a location through the city's vaccination webpage at frvax.com or by calling 833-8VAX-NOW or 833-882-9669. Our local pharmacies, among them CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and others, along with Stop & Shop and Walmart, are also distributing the vaccine. Best way to find out about their availability is through the state's website at vaxfinder.mass.gov. You can also call 211. In many instances, walk-ins are welcome. Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker announced that soon expansion of the vaccine will be made available to local employers.
This program will provide options for the Commonwealth's employers to book appointment blocks for their employees at the state's 7 mass vaccination sites or to request mobile vaccine clinics to arrive on site at their location at a scheduled time. The program is intended to provide 2 great options for employers of all sizes, and it is another way we're working to build out vaccine administration to get more people dosed safely and conveniently.
The next step in the state's reopening from the COVID-19 pandemic began this week, but as local businesses are looking to fully get back to work, they're unable to fill dozens of available positions. The challenges facing South Coast businesses mirrors the experiences of those across the country. Rick Kidder, co-CEO of the One South Coast Chamber, says the reasons businesses cannot fill openings are a combination of the expanded unemployment insurance and other COVID-related circumstances that hinder employees' ability to return.
That additional stipend has thrown sort of small businesses actually in competition with the government, something that you rarely see. In addition to that, we know that there are other very legitimate issues, and some of the issues involve things like childcare. Our childcare infrastructure is not fully open. It will be more open, and it will be opening fully. But even so, there are still some real barriers to folks being able to get childcare and be able to go to work. So not only do we have a relatively high unemployment rate, but we have jobs that people are that businesses are looking to fill, and they're not able to fill, and that's an odd dynamic for us, and it's one that we hope in time is going to be settled.
The additional unemployment stipend is expected to expire in November. Kidder says if local employers are unable to fill open positions, their long-term future to grow may be in doubt.
If companies can't staff up, then they're not going to be able to optimize what their particular business is, whether it's a restaurant or whether it's a bar or whether it's a manufacturing company. And we are hearing from businesses in every sector that they're having challenges getting things geared back up. It could be a long summer in the hospitality industry if we can't get staffed. And hospitality, as you know, is generally imported money. It's other people's money coming in. So our hotels, our restaurants, they need to be able to have that staffing. We're hoping, frankly, that the unemployment stipend is not extended in September. We know that there will be conversations in DC about it. We don't know exactly how this is going to play out, but until it is played out, we're kind of waiting and watching a little bit. We do an annual job fair, and we're going to do a job fair this time in September, even though we know companies need help now. We're waiting until September until that stipend theoretically has ended.
The Fall River Public Library is expanding its capacity for patrons at its North Main Street location. Now at 50% capacity, the library has announced that in-person appointments are no longer needed and walk-ins are welcome. Both the front door and the Elm Street doors are now open to the public. Curbside pickup of materials remains, but in a limited capacity. Mornings from 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. The library is still not allowed to book any indoor gatherings, but will be scheduling some outdoor events through the summer. Current library hours are Monday, Thursday, and Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. For more information, contact the library at 508-324-2700. We'll have more FRC Media News right after this.
Here are some job descriptions on the latest hot jobs list from the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center. Caregiver, Neurorestorative, a partner of the Mentor Network, provides rehab services for people of all ages with brain, spinal cord, and medically complex injuries, is in need of a full-time caregiver to assist with daily activities such as meal prep, personal hygiene, shopping, cleaning, and medication administration. Job number 148-81825. Front desk reception area clerk. The Dr. John C. Corrigan Mental Health Center, located at 49 Hillside Street, is looking for a full-time front desk reception area clerk to answer a multi-line phone system, create and maintain databases, set up medication clinics, and schedule appointments. Job number 148-85281. Social media specialist. Blount Fine Foods, located at 630 Current Road, is seeking a full-time social media specialist responsible for social media marketing, content creation, automation, and analytics. Job number 148-73236. CVS Health, located at 4171 North Main Street, is in need of the following full and part-time positions. Pharmacy Technician, job number 148-74749. Shift Supervisor, Management Trainee, job number 148-74643. Retail Store Associate, job number 148-74963. COVID Vaccine Support Pharmacist, job number 148-74965. For more information about these or other positions, visit Mass Hire JobQuest at jobquest.dcs.eol.mass.gov or call the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center at 508-730-5000.
The COVID-19 vaccine is here. The distribution of the vaccine is taking place in phases. Soon everyone will have the opportunity to get vaccinated.
According to the CDC, getting the vaccine helps lower the risk of contracting COVID-19, along with reducing the severity of the virus if you get sick.
It also protects your family and the community from infection.
After receiving the vaccine, we encourage you to continue to wear masks, wash your hands, and practice social distancing.
The vaccine is provided free of charge for all Massachusetts residents. Appointments are required.
Find out more about when you can receive the vaccine and schedule an appointment. Visit mass.gov/COVID vaccine or by calling 211.
Protect yourself and those around you.
Stay informed.
Secure your spot and get your shot.
Get your shot.
Get your shot.
Get your shot. Get your shot.
Welcome back. Fall River is getting set to dedicate its replica Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall at a ceremony this Saturday at Bicentennial Park. After 4 years of planning and construction, the 80% replica wall will be the first of its kind in New England and the only one within Massachusetts and Rhode Island. Joseph Marshall, a Vietnam veteran and chair of the local committee to locate the wall in Fall River, says the impact the monument has on veterans who visited in Washington, D.C., and soon in Fall River varies.
Veterans are different. I mean, they're not all the same. There are those that wear being a veteran on their sleeve everywhere. They're at every event. They do it, and they do it for the right reasons. It's almost their identity. And then there's the other ones that are veterans but don't really talk about it. And I kind of fall in that category. I mean, people know I am, but it doesn't. I'm that veteran. We just don't talk about it. And I have a lot of friends like that. Well, I got to tell you, as a result of getting involved in this event, this project, it brought back memories. And when I mean memories, it's not just memory. It's smells, sights, hearing, sounds. It kind of brought me closer to probably where a lot of those veterans that wear it on their sleeve today. So there really are two different types in our community. But you spend enough time with a veteran and you are a veteran, it'll come out.
City Councilor Linda Pereira coordinated the elements of the dedication event.
It will be a great ceremony. We have an a cappella group that will be coming to sing the national anthem. We have honor guards. We have a great cast of speakers. The Lieutenant Governor is coming. We have General Richard Neal, who is flying in from Washington, and will be brought to Fall River via Logan Airport. He's so excited to be here, and he was a general during the Vietnam War. We also have Martin Dean, who was a journalist.
Even though the dedication is taking place within a city public park, due to COVID gathering restrictions, organizers are recommending that those not invited to the ceremony watch the dedication live right here on FRC Media Channel 95, Fred TV Channel 9, or FRG TV Channel 18, as well as on the FRC Media, Fred TV, or FRG TV Facebook pages. The ceremony begins Saturday at 12 noon. We'll wrap up FRC Media News right after this.
Hi, welcome to Hot Dogs and Cool Cats. Today we have Phoenix. Phoenix here, as you can probably tell, she's a short hair, just shy of 3.5 years old. She just recently had her spay surgery, hence the e-collar here. She is very photogenic, if you can't tell. Very calm cat, loves to get attention. She originally came to us pregnant, and she has since had her kittens. They have all found homes, and she is waiting for hers. She is a special case. She does have FIV, which is a feline immune disorder. It's commonly called feline AIDS. Basically, she would not be able to go into a home with other cats. That being said, she can live a perfectly normal life, a perfectly healthy life. You just have to keep her inside. She would be perfectly fine, and she is an absolute love. Like I said, she loves attention. She's a total lap cat. So if you'd like to meet Phoenix, come on down to 300 Linwood Street in Fall River, Massachusetts at Forever Paws Animal Shelter.
Today we have Brooklyn. You may have seen her before. She's been with us for about 5 months now. She is a really, really sweet girl. She's very high energy, so she does probably want to be with somebody who has an active lifestyle, who will give her that attention, will run her every day, play with her, because she does have a lot of pent-up energy that she can't get out here in the kennels. But overall, she's a really good girl. She's very smart. She's very playful. She does not like other dogs, unfortunately. We're asking no children for her as well, just due to her high energy, and she's very bouncy and rowdy. So we just want to, make sure that the safety of the kids isn't compromised. She's really, really awesome, and she's been waiting for her forever home for a very long time now. So if you are interested in meeting with Brooklyn, please come down to Forever Paws Animal Shelter.
A vacina chegou. A distribuição da vacina vai ser feita em fases. Em breve, todos terão a oportunidade de ser vacinados. De acordo com a CDC, apanhar a vacina ajuda a baixar o risco de contrair o Covid-19, assim como reduzir a gravidade do vírus se ficar doente. Também protege a sua família e a comunidade da infecção. Depois de receber a vacina, encorajamo-lo ao uso de máscara, a lavar as mãos e a praticar distanciamento social. A vacina é oferecida grátis para todos os residentes de Massachusetts. Marcações são exigidas. Saiba quando pode receber a vacina e faça uma marcação. Visite mass.gov/COVID-vaccine ou marque 211 no telefone. Proteja-se a si próprio e aos que estão à sua volta. Informe-se. Reserve a sua vaga e apanhe a injeção.
That's all for this edition of FRC Media News. Please check out our website, frmedia.org, for all the latest news and information, as well as updates on the distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine. FRC Media News airs Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Fridays at 5:30 p.m. For all of us here at FRC Media News, I'm Keith Tebow. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next Thursday.